If you're listing your house in a shifting market, can you overprice it? What do you think?
I think that.
Let me rephrase that. In our recent hot sellers market, there were homes here in the South Bay that were listed the entire time and they still did not sell. So yes, you can overprice a house even in a hot market. So how do you sell your house in a shifting market? Is it too late to get top dollar?
God, I hope not.
Earlier this year, most homes sold within the first week or 10 days and had multiple offers on them and sold for some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars over list price. It was unbelievable. The list price was the starting bid.
Hey, better.
Prices were being driven by low supply, high demand, and ridiculously low mortgage interest rates. Now we're seeing less demand just due to several colliding circumstances.
Colliding? They collide?
We're in a local and nationwide inventory shortage. We've been that way since around 2012, and there's no end in sight. Let me just come out and say it. Home sellers have been completely out of line and ridiculously unrealistic because they asked for the moon and they got it. But now that has stopped because this market shift, and home sellers that are currently in the market are still thinking that because that's what they heard or their friends or their neighbors did that, and they're like expecting the same result. But it's not happening because market shift, you have to shift. Because of the shift we're in, we're seeing more homes come on the market, and that's really a good thing because we're still low on inventory. We need the inventory. And most are taking more time to sell because of the previous reason, but because of the main age-old reason, they're overpriced. Some home sellers are still thinking that it's March and they can just demand whatever they want and the buyers will pay it, but that is just not the case anymore. The market has shifted. So right now, 40% or so of the active inventory that has been on the market for 30 days or more has had at least one price reduction. And that's probably because the seller was unrealistic when they started, or the agent didn't know the market, or the agent was not strong enough to tell the seller, hey, it isn't March, and the market has shifted.
Is this March Madness? I love March Madness.
The worst thing that can happen to you as a seller is to have high DOM.
Dogs over Manhattan? No, wait. Darling opera monkeys. Yeah.
Days on market, when you're overpriced as a seller, once the days on market go over 40, then buyers and their agents are going, what's wrong with this property? Why is it still on the market? Then they see it as an opportunity to make a lowball offer to see if there's some more room than normal to negotiate downward. That's where you as a seller lose because you are no longer in control and the buyer has all the control.
I'm in control.
Do you see how days on market and overpricing is bad for you as a seller? Think about this, because of the internet,
Thanks for that, Al Gore.
and websites like Redfin, Realtor.com, those things, every buyer who was looking for a house had at least one market search on all of these websites. And every time a house would come into those parameters, ding, you get a text or an email or both. Every one of them was notified immediately. And I am too. I have the same thing set up. So I get notified so I can send it to my buyers. Everyone is connected at the second. Everyone. If you price your house at or below market in this current marketplace, you could get an offer at or above your list price. And if you get multiple offers, it will probably go over list price. And that's what's called negotiating up. And if you overprice, it's going to take you time and you're going to end up negotiating down. What's better? Talk amongst yourselves. What's better? Negotiating up or negotiating down?
Wait, is that a trick question?
Hey, if you're finding value here and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and click the like button in YouTube and subscribe, and that way you get more entertaining and informative and ridiculous videos from me. I'd really appreciate the love. Also, things to consider is buyers are really loving new constructions or homes that have been recently renovated. And we just don't have a lot of that inventory here in the South Bay because we don't have any tract homes. The homes that are renovated or new are selling faster than the homes that are tired or have not been renovated. Say Mediterranean and older. Unless it's a cute beach cottage, then they're cute.
Ugh. So much travertine and wrought up.
Think about it. If the buyers are looking for something newer or renovated, then the buyers who are looking for a fix-up or something to flip, what are they looking for?
Large kitchen islands?
They're looking for value, a steal. That's what they're looking for. If you're in that realm and you're trying to get top dollar, you just won't, because people are looking for that, are looking for a buy. So you have to price your home realistically. Remember what I said about not being able to underprice a house? Okay, I'll ask again. Do you want to negotiate up or do you want to negotiate down? Have you ever had a garage sale or know somebody who has, and you have grandma's table and chairs? You know that it's worth $1,000. And so you put it out there and it's worth $1,000. And at the end of the day, you still own it because you are the only one who's bidding $1,000 for it. Then go, well, maybe I should just take an offer. And then you end up selling it for 20 bucks because at the end of the day, somebody came and offered you that. But that was the first offer you got. That's what it's called being unrealistic, and you know it, and you're not gonna listen to anybody else's advice. That's where home sellers get in trouble. In a normal market, we hire professional stagers to come and stage your house, and they use some of your stuff. You're gonna store a lot of your stuff, and some of their stuff. And in most cases, their stuff is better than your stuff.
Do you know how much I paid for that couch?
Because they're designers. This is all proven track record and science that buyers will buy homes faster and pay more money for homes that are professionally staged than homes that are vacant or just have all your stuff laying around. 100% of the time in my career that I have hired home stagers to stage my sellers' homes, they have sold quickly and for more money than houses that are lingering around the neighborhood. Happens every time. When my clients listen to me, take my professional advice, and they do it. We always do this prior to listing, of course. That's another video. Watch for that one. One more thing to consider when we're talking about listing your home: condition. Does it need any repairs? You know, in the first couple of years of 2020, if you had a house and it needed repairs, it didn't really matter. We just told you, like, put it on the market. It'll sell. It just sold. Everything sold, except the ones that were overpriced and ugly. And you didn't really need to do anything because things just sold within a week or two. It was too easy. Now, it's just taking longer for homes to sell because of the colliding circumstances of higher mortgage interest rates and the fear of inflation and the fear of recession. Some are still selling quickly and some are getting multiple offers. But why is that? Well, it's either priced perfectly or in a perfect location, or it's all the things we just talked about. Now you need to take a look at your house. Does it need anything? Does it need anything to be repaired? Then repair it. Does anything need to be replaced? Replace it. Does it need to be painted? Paint it. Does your landscape need to be refreshed? How is your curb appeal? Does the roof need to be replaced? Then replace it. What is your first impression? What does that look like?
What if I don't want to do that? You sounded pretty bossy back there.
Now, I get it. If you don't want to do those things, that's fine. But then your house is no longer a renovated house. It's a house that needs work. It's going to be looked at by buyers as a fix-up, and you won't get top dollar for it. I get it. Some people don't have the cash or the time or the want to do any kind of projects. You're just like, I want to sell it. That's fine. We can do it that way too. But you have to be realistic when you list and put it on your list price, because you can't list it as the same as something that in the same neighborhood that's already been redone. Does that make sense? These are things you want to discuss with your real estate agent. Don't just take my word for it, or do. Either way. By the way, if you need a real estate agent in other part of the world or the country, I know a ton of real estate agents all over the place. So let me know. Give me an email at daryl@darylpalmer.com. Let me know where you need to go, and I'll find you an agent who I like, know, and trust, and I'm happy to get you a referral. What have we learned so far?
What, that you don't like my couch?
The real estate market has shifted everywhere, even here in the South Bay, Los Angeles. Number two, if you list your house too high, it will sit on the market and you will have to probably lower your price later and negotiate down. Price your house at or below market, you might get multiple offers or your list price, or you may get to negotiate up. Number three, you should hire a professional home stager and stage your house before you list it, and you will sell faster and get more money for it. Number four, take a look at your house. Does it need any updates? Does it need any repairs? This is all just normal stuff that I teach you to think when you're starting to think about getting your house on the market. It just seems the last couple of years, everybody just forgot. If your agent is not talking to you about these things, then perhaps it's a good time to get a second opinion. You might be involved in what I call SBLAMP or SBlamp, South Bay Lazy Agent Marketing Plan. That involves using the 3 Ps. Put the home on MLS, you place a sign in the yard, and you pray that it sells. That's the SBlamp, and it happens all the time here in the South Bay. It's awful. SBlamp does not work in a shifting market. It rarely works in any markets unless it's just a runaway seller's market. Like March, you need more. Email me if you'd like to talk about it. Watch this next one about doing a pre-inspection.
Pre-inspection?